Hello everyone, welcome to Screen Scream. I'm Viola. It has been cold recently and it's really a pleasure to watch movies at the theater. In today's show, we're going to talk about movies that are related to marriages and kids and all the troubles you may have in a relationship. I know it's not Valentine's Day yet, but this is the theme I picked for today. So get ready for the first new movie we're going to talk about. Increasing Echoes. The plot is unknown at this time.
你的树会引导你。
Wait, what? Okay, that was a joke. I just found it very interesting, very funny that the plot on IMDb for Increasing Echoes says the plot is unknown at this time. I don't know why they upload the information of the movie to IMDb, but they didn't enter any plot at all. So I'm going to tell you the plot myself. The first new movie we're going to talk about today is a Taiwanese movie. It was nominated for the Best Leading Actress and Best Adapted Screenplay for the 58th Golden Horse Awards. The movie is about this couple whose life seemed perfect, but actually they're living their own lives. They just live together, but it's like they are having their own journey. This is the director's second feature film. He wants to discuss what marriage really is. So in the beginning of the movie, you will see that the life of this couple is very boring until the wife receives a phone call, knowing that the person whom her husband has an affair with many years ago now lives in a nursing home. And that's the beginning of all the troubles. As I mentioned, it was nominated as the Best Adapted Screenplay. The movie was adapted from a short novel, so some people might already know the plot before going to see it. But the best part of the movie is they cast the award-winning actor and actress to play the couple. And the movie discusses the marriage crisis in people's mid-year and what does that affect people's lives. The director used very detailed, sensitive, and poetic visual languages to talk about emotions. So after watching the movie, you will understand that marriage is never simple. It's actually the most difficult dojo in life. It's also a journey that you need to walk for a long time and it's very difficult. I think this movie is suitable for everyone. Like if you have a person who you want to walk into marriage with, or you already are in a marriage, or you also face marriage crisis like the couple in the movie, you'll probably get something from the movie. And now let's listen to the introduction of the second new movie we're going to talk about. It's not a Hollywood movie either, and it's about kids. Ninjababy. Astronaut, forest keeper, cartoonist. Young Rako has a whole lot of other plans than becoming a mother. She would rather party, get drunk, or stoned instead of sitting hours on the toilet. But she can't ignore it. Is it her or the baby?
Jeg ikke gravid. Tiss på den jævla pinnen. Nei!
The second new movie we're going to talk about is a Norwegian movie. I don't think I've seen any Norwegian movie, but this one sounds interesting. I really think people shouldn't be parents if they're not ready, because basically you're only torturing each other. I mean, the couples would torture each other, torture the baby, and the baby also tortures its parents. Not a good idea at all. As we heard in the introduction, the protagonist apparently isn't ready at all, and one of her dreams is to become a cartoonist. So in the movie, she draws a cartoon character, a ninja baby, and I don't know if it's just her imagination or there's some magic in this movie that after she knows that she's pregnant, this character, Ninja Baby, comes to life. And this cartoon character not only messes up her life, but also forces her to take a look at her responsibility as a mother. The movie was premiered at the 71st Berlin International Film Festival. It talks about the conflict between a playboy pregnant mom and the Ninjababy. The protagonist and the audience are going to take on a journey that's about life and growth. So basically, the movie is about somebody who's lost now is found, a comedy with laughters and tears. It was also selected by the 2021 Golden Horse Film Festival, so maybe some of you have already seen it. It also receives 100% fresh on Rotten Tomato. So if you're somebody who follows Rotten Tomatoes very strictly, this is the movie you want to watch this weekend. And you may think that this movie sounds so much like Juno after you listen to the introduction. Me too, but I think the protagonist in Juno is was 15 or 16 years old. But in Ninjababy, at least the protagonist is already 23 years old. So basically, yes, she can be a mom. It's just she doesn't want to because she still wants to keep her life. And she has a lot of dreams to fulfill and she doesn't want to give them up. So basically, the movie is about an unwanted pregnancy, but it helps the girl who hates the world to face her life with courage. A very positive movie indeed. Now let's move on to Top 007. Before that, let's review what we had from last week first. Top 3, The Matrix Resurrections. Top 2, The Kingsman. And Top 1, Spider-Man No Way Home. And it's time for us to listen to what we have for Top 7 to Top 4. Top 6, American Underdog.
I called every team in the NFL, no one's interested.
Till We Meet Again.
我从小学5年级的天天拜托她嫁给我哎。
然后你们就在一起。
Top 5, House of Gucci.
I've been a Gucci all my life.
Your name is in the history books.
Top 4, Sing 2.
Clay Calloway is a recluse. No one's seen him for 15 years.
I'll give you 3 weeks to get this show up and...
Okay, since I mentioned that the theme today is about marriage or kids or relationships in general, so I guess you already know which movie we're going to talk about. First of all, I'd like to ask you, do you believe there's true love? I personally believe it. I think if you don't know or you don't believe in true love, it's just because you haven't met one yourself. I forget where I read that article, but I do believe that true love is actually not that rare than we thought. It's just because there are, I don't know, about 6 billion people in the world, and even if there are, I don't know, just say a random word, 120,000 true love of yours, but you haven't met them because they're on the other side of the globe. That's totally possible. So today I'm going to talk about Till We Meet Again. It's a Taiwanese movie and it's about true love. The leading actor in the movie passed away. He doesn't remember anything from his life, but he decides to serve as the kind of like Cupid of Taiwanese culture. And while he's helping people getting their true love, he starts to remember that one of the girls is his true love when he's alive. And after realizing it, he finally understands why. Every time he tries to connect her with somebody else, it fails. Because they're destined to be together. And there's the interesting story between them. I do believe there's true love, right? And I've only have 2 boyfriends so far. My ex was Indian Canadian. I do believe he's true love. I still believe. It's just that he's a jerk because he had a girlfriend at the time. But I've never met someone who matches me so much. And my current boyfriend, I wouldn't say they're totally different people, but I also believe he's the true love. And even if it doesn't end well in the future, I would still think that were meant for each other. Anyway, it's time for top 3 to top 1. Top 3. The Matrix Resurrections.
Am I crazy? We don't use that word in here.
Top 2. The Kingsman.
Refined but brutal. Civilized but merciless.
Top 1. Spider-Man No Way Home.
We started getting some visitors. From every...
Alright, one last movie we're going to talk about today is not about marriage, not about kids, and not about relationships. As you heard, we have the Matrix Resurrections, the Kingsman, and Spider-Man No Way Home. They're just not related to love at all. So I want to talk about the Kingsman once again with all of you. First of all, there are many genuine and crazy characters in the movie. No matter it's the protagonist who try their best to save people, or the villains who are very cruel and crazy, they both have different levels of humor and sarcasm, I would say. For example, the new villain is cold-blooded and cruel, but at the same time, he's very crazy, funny, and mysterious. And there's another female assistant. I'm not sure whom she assists, but she adds some caring and humorous and sensitive emotions, genuine emotions into the movie. She's a parent figure who treats everyone around her, especially those male around her, very well. And also, as you may know, The Kingsman is a movie about history. I'm not sure if it's true history or just the history of the previous 2 Kingsman movies. Since it's about British male history, it wants to tell us that even if you're living in dark times, you can't forget your manners. Manners of gentlemen, you know. So in the movie, I say in the movie because I'm not sure if it's true history. So the tailor shop, Kingsman, started to make clothes for the royals or people with high ranks in 1846. And the founder wanted to make good use of his fortune and influence for better benefits in 1919. And that's the reason why he started this individual intelligence. The purpose was to protect lives and keep the world peaceful. If you go see the movie, you will see that there are complicated fighting scenes in the movies. There's action, powerful villains, equipment, tailor shop, and humor. It's a very Matthew Vaughn style movie. So if you like the director, you definitely need to watch it. And if you haven't seen the previous 2, don't worry, it's on Disney Plus already. And although it's said that it's not as good as the previous 2, it's still quite good to watch. And that's all the time we have for today. Remember to tune in same time next week at Screen Scream. I'm Viola. See you next week.